Alrighty then, mic check, mic check. Is this thing working? I think I have to go to another screen to be able to tell. Test 1, test 2, are we there? Beautimous. Afternoon session. It's glorious. Let's roll. Welcome aboard, everyone.
On the 4.
What exactly is AlgoBox, and why do our traders absolutely love it?
Down NQ on the 30.
Michael Othrew. Are you ready? Indeed. Don't forget, trading is risky and all that business. This is going to be a continuation of the morning session, well up on the day after being way too right in way too many ways after dealing with the big up move there this morning. Let's walk through it. This is, again, I'm assuming you've already seen, and remind yourselves what we had seen there from this morning. This was the last thing we talked about. I said, well, that's the last spot. If it's not, well, then I don't know. This is the optimized range. This is the power headshot of the day. It's coming in at noon. It was early. It wasn't at 12:05. If you want to know like why I say, well, let's take this off of always on top. One moment. There you go. Now I could draw on it. Look at the time of day around these. Remember that I have said many times, again, you can't just time the markets with like a daytime time. However, just experience talking that oftentimes these sequences run up through noon, and for whatever reason, I mean, this is, some of it is human nature, some of it is programmers being programmed by humans, etc. 12:05 to 12:35 is some of the largest pivots, even in trending markets. Now, you can't say that the market trend up slow today. Everybody said, you know, there are super slow grinder days. Today wasn't super slow. It felt like it launched literally at 10 a.m. There was this very rapid up move, which, as I said this morning, that means to me, if it's up fast, it's not going to last. And if you haven't heard that, write it down today. If it's fast, it's not going to last. Just remember, this is not 100%. Anything that I'm saying is not 100%, but you are trying to create for yourself rule of thumbs, and statistically speaking, from the voice of experience and knowledge over time, you would not know this as a brand new trader. You are gaining this type of information from people who've been around the markets for a very long time, or don't. You know, if you believe what I have to say, great. If you don't, look, people are tickling ears all the time, and you get to choose what you believe. It's a beautiful thing about free will that God has given us, this amazing opportunity to live here in this earth dome, in this realm, for a period of time. A very short life and a drop in the bucket in comparison to eternity. Make sure you know Jesus, accept him as your Lord and Savior, but even more importantly, make sure that you declare that Jesus Christ is King of Kings and Lord of Lords. I'm here with a twofold ministry. I'm here to teach you how to be rich on earth, how to be rich in the kingdom of God. Are you ready? Now, earlier today, remember the super big bear? Where did the super big bear want to go? We drew in the super big bear take profit zone. We had drawn this in from earlier this morning. How did we know it? This is the biggest bear in there, over 2,000 level bear. Like, that is very rare that that's going to be ignored. So I said, yes, it is important. One of our new folks actually mentioned, hey, should I mark this? Well, I guess I shouldn't mark it because it's keep going up. No, you absolutely need to mark that down. This is why I personally was able to hold this through and return and make a comeback from the drawdown from this morning, continuing up, and then it made its last move. We know they collected, they faked, they shake and baked, they widened it out, We got the megaphone even on the lower time frame. We also had, if you remember me drawing in the megaphone on the ES, make sure you go back and watch that part of the video. It was important because right about that time we make the last head fake up, and I said, well, this if this is not the head fake, I mean, it's basically, yeah, it's going to be a big red day, or this is the head fake, and this is unfortunately not the right time because it was early, so it wasn't going to be precision pinpoint like here's the time, like it's not going to just easy drop here. But that's the on the chart, what is marking up the play. And it is a 5.1 power headshot short with a fake up move. There it went. This was the ultimate, literally AlgoBox calling the high there. We also called the up moves. Look at this 3.5, 3.7, the 5.4 to the upside, then a 5.1 return. 5 was, if you're trying to optimize on this time frame, remember this is the optimized time frame, this is a 35 range, so that you don't think this is a small time frame. This is a huge time frame. So 5.4 is very powerful, very large relative to the bar size. This is a 35 tick optimized range that we put out on Sunday. Important to understand. So if you are tuning, if you've learned the tuning, and if you don't know about tuning, go watch the Alpha Omega tuning video. It's important that you understand how you would tune this. You can clearly see the 5.4 on the upside move. Again, we're not telling you at 5.4 when it hits here. We don't know. You have to put the question mark on tuning. Here's how it works. It's going to be the short version. Did it pivot? Yes, it did. When do you know it? Probably right about here. Was it a significant pivot? Yes. So what is a 5.4 important at this time of day? The answer is yes. 5 to 5, 5.4, 5.5-ish. 5 is an important number. Yes. So what's going to be a next important number? Well, you could say probably either a 3.5, which actually 3.5 wasn't enough, right? 3.5 did not move it. So this one, is a 3.5 going to be enough? No. Is a 5.4 being enough? Yes. Is a 3.7 going to be enough? Yes. Is a 3.5? No. Simple. So what am I going to look for? I'm looking for a 5 or better. What was the best? There was a huge move off of a 5.4. Here we are. Pretty close. 5.1. This should have tuned you in. Speaking of tuning in, tuned to the, well, here we go. All right. So there she goes. Big bomb move. Now, where were the targets? The reason it was important for me to draw out. Well, here is the first take profit for the big bear that's inside of there. Where did he want to run it? And I told you, drew this area. Now, do you remember this from this morning where we had all of that activity, multi-AO crosses down here? And I explained in detail. It's probably the first few minutes of the prior video, so go back again. If you're watching this video and you're going to learn from it here today, learn it by going and watching the struggle from the morning, which wasn't initially a struggle. You'll walk through and you see what I'm saying. This is a continuation of what we learned from this morning. This line was drawn in this morning and I made it large. I said, here's what I like to do. I like to take the F6 line and then I will make it very fat. I will turn it to 8 pixels wide. And I showed you guys how I did that there this morning where it came in. It was pretty early. I'm going to go page up here. If you just hold page up, you can go back to locations on your chart. What we saw that made me mark this up was look at all of the AO activity here. Remember the first one I saw? I was like, oh, we got a 5.8 there. We had a 9.6 with another right there. We had a 5.1. A giant 13.6 came back in here. Double right here. I'm like, wow, they're all coming on this line. So this is why I marked it earlier this morning. And I literally said, this will be important today. And I said, it might be important right now or later today. And either way, I want to mark this level up and let's see what it ends up being, like what ends up being important. It was kind of both. It literally was the reversal point of the day, happened to be right here at 10 a.m. Here's existing home sales numbers coming out at 10 a.m. We launch off of this. I don't think we ever returned to it from that point. No. So we launch up off of it, but then look where we came in the return. On the big downside move, where did we come down to? We came down. Let me go back to where the bear targets were. So big bear in there. We wanted it to go here. Comes all the way in, but then it went even farther. We continued even farther than just what a big bear target, which was a 250 tick scenario target. In it, through it, red dots continue to push it down on the structure all the way down to a diamond structure with bull touch plus the arrow, which tells us what? We also had divergence there. This was the ultimate ender, which is interesting. We did not have an AO associated. So for me, I'm not going to just go long right here, but let's look back to see what did we have on the lower time frame. Correlation on the lower time frame. Look at what we end up having. This came down into the tick. Came down to our white line. Whoops, let me go page down now. I got to go all the way to where we were. Here we go. Now page up a few. We come all the way down, all the way down, and look at this. The line that I drew from this morning, no, I didn't redraw that afterwards, didn't move it around. I had drawn this little zone. We had the big fat white line there. That literally to the tick penny was now the low. Once again, came down, touched it, and bounced. Huge bounce up off of it now, all the way up into what looks like, I mean, we're coming back into the bear zone again up here. Yes, okay, I kind of wish I would have, shorted. I probably would have added short on both of these, a 5.15.8 and a 12.7. Looks like an opportunity to potentially get some shorts in here. We'll finish out the day here. It is 2:35 in the afternoon. What's the next item? Covering time of day. So we had 12:05 to 12:35, huge pivot turns. Yes, it ended up being all the way down. Yes, why is it important to draw out where those zones and those locations might be? So if you are, now again, you don't have to hit home runs. You don't have to hold out big plays. You do not have to do those. You can come in here, smack 20, 40 tick bags, unique, interesting days like today's layouts, big, volatile, violent moves. We have those opportunities on days like this. It's not always like this. I also wanted to point out earlier today, I had brought up, like, some people come into, we had a day the other day where, I know we get people who are trolling, and some people are not trolling. They are genuinely asking questions about things and are like, Vinny, why are you shorting in? It's obviously to the long side. And I gave examples of talking about, like, just because, you've gotten used to, maybe you haven't been around the markets a long time, and you are feeling like, you got the bull by the horns, how things work, because you've been in a bull market, because you came into the markets early, you haven't seen this and said. So if you were to look at this chart and you only saw, like, if we could zoom in, and I wish I could get this zoomed where we could only see this upside move. All right, and you don't see this over here to the left, and all you see is this, we've just been moving up and up, and you draw a little channel in. It's like, Vinny, why would you ever go short on this? And you're like, Vinny, why is Vinny shorting up here? I have plays that are set for this, and yes, it was a huge move the other day. One of my biggest play moves. This is from the other day. This is not from today, just FYI. This is a screenshot from days ago. I don't know if this has a date timestamp on it, but I wanted to screenshot this example of, like, when people come and ask me and they're like, I'm up here shorting like this, and they're like, Vinny, it's obviously to the upside. Folks, like, be careful of things that are like, when you say the terms, it's obvious and everybody knows it's going up. Like, yes, there are days that do that, but they are much more rare than the norm. And the norm, 70, 80% of the time, those upside or downside moves, wait for the head fake till everyone is convinced of one thing, and then watch it slowly erode that hope and dream, double head fake pump into a direction where everybody still thinks it's going, and then use their stops against them to push a bigger move in the other direction. And again, it can come back up and back and forth. There are other things that can happen, but to say that I can't attempt to make money in between certain areas, especially when they're extended into multi-standard deviation moves in a direction, just know that these things occur. It was another one where it happened today, which is why I was able to capitalize on it. Not every day is a winner. You guys have seen, I've got, for my last live streams, you see 2 red days prior. In between those, there were 2 days in there where I didn't stream. A lot of things going on. I was just talking with Eddie a minute ago. We have some people going out of town here from our own crew members. We're making sure everybody's covered and all that kind of whatnot, to make sure that, we never, fade on any service. It's important for us to give the absolute best quality service for all of our members. We love our members. We care that you guys are successful traders, all that kind of good stuff. Yada, yada. Stop getting mushy, Vinny. All right, here we go. So big play up in here today. That was the main thing that we're talking about. Big upside head fake. Remember I told y'all, like, I wouldn't trust that W from this morning? Like that weird, I'm talking about win. Like, oh, he's talking about W's, talking about the wins. No, I'm talking about this shape back here from this morning. Like, that is not the normal W that I'm looking for to go when we reach a spot like this, that it's like, okay, that did not breach. And I can't remember, y'all heard me say, I'm like, that's really weird. It did not breach for us to literally be able to count that as a continuous W and never return, because it didn't breach. And I'm like, everybody's the expectation is for it to go long. Like, so they're going to be going long. So they're probably going to be wrong. They're going to wreck them somewhere in there, is my thought. That's just how I look at the markets, is when everybody's in a belief of a certain scenario, it is, sounds contrarian. And at the same time, broken clock is right twice a day. So there are going to be some times when we're wrong. So if you look back at my red days, you'll probably see those, broken clock days where, yes, things, did pursue in the direction of the more obvious. And that does occur. But do I find it surprising that this went basically almost exactly, in 1,006 ticks? And of course, that's whether I measured it properly or not. But basically, 1,000 tick move to the upside from that W, 1,000 up, and then literally almost 1,000 crushed down. Let's get the measurement here to see from there to there. 979 into it and spiking. Regardless, what I mean is that. The whole playing as a trend, if you're a trend player, again, I play both. Like everybody who's like, well, are you a trend player? Are you a reversal trader? I am both. But everybody's a reversal trader. I always, I have a video around this that it's kind of, it's kind of clickbaity to say everyone is a reversal trader. Because everybody, even on a continuation player, you're looking for the area where it comes back, pulls back, and then does a pivot and reverses in their direction. So I generally kind of joke about saying that everybody's a trap player, everybody's a reversal player, right? So you're looking for a pivot of some type to enter in on your position, or hopefully you are. Now, there are some breakout traders that are just like, oh, I just draw this level and it comes through it and it breaks through. So that is a person, if you are a breakout trader, you are the exception to that rule, that you are not looking for that pivot. But what's really interesting about those breakout traders, they are identifying the previous pivots right in front of it to enter in on that. And they're just kind of what I call like late pivot entry players. But again, definitions where gray area is gray, gray area is gray. All right, it's not a Bible truth. Now, if it's the Bible, look, folks, you're arguing against the Bible. Like, stop pretending like you're arguing against me when I'm just like bringing the Bible to you. And that goes for a lot of people. Okay, even on the deep stuff. And of course, there's easy stuff and deep stuff. But dude, if you're struggling with the easy stuff, don't come over here and talk to me and try to, get into the deep stuff with me. If you can't understand the basics of stuff, it's like trying to, talk to me about calculus when you can't understand division. Like, let's not waste our time. You know what I'm saying? Be careful of jumping into the deep waters when you can't swim. I mean, strong swimmer, weak swimmer, it matters. Just because you can float don't mean you can swim. Am I getting too deep now? I might be getting too deep. Let's turn the music back on. Alrighty then. How's everybody doing? Did I already put in the whole, hey, trading's risky, blah, 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 blah. Cool, cool, cool. Welcome aboard. Let's go. That looks like a super shark right there. Where are we at on the high time frame? Are we at the top? We are. Okay, starting here, sellers, jump in here. I'm sure I'll take this as my first one. Oops, need to be on 4s here. I'm not ready to necessarily go 5s. I want to measure 100 ticks because if the bulls are in control, they'll run at 100 ticks. So basically right in front of S1 for the big target if we are pulling off. At the same time, main thing I want to get is trying to grab a 20 bag if I'm going against the strong buy scenario here. Let me turn that music down. Sorry, I didn't mean to. I was kind of emphasizing the point there, but let's get back to things. All right, there you go. 3%. Let's see if 5% is good. I don't know if 5% is okay. There we go. All right, music volumes right here at prior low. Now they could run it up here if they want to go. We want to hold it up above the prior low so they can say we're going to close out in the positive today. I feel like I could probably get a better entry on this here. If I hear buyer step, I will abandon the idea here on the position. But looking to see if this is going to be the location. We have a super PRZ there with a straight up leg. And if you've heard my thing before, it came up fast, probably not going to last. We also have a split cross reversal on the higher time frame, prior low, and this is a red bear area from before. So I'm expecting defense leg here. However, I have not seen an AO. Inside of a defense leg, the best plays are going to be when I see 2 crosses here. I have 0 crosses right now. This is kind of playing as my, the ready DD is a, oh, I'm about to grab 40 ticks. And come on, give me the full 40, bro. All right, green dot, and I'll take it. 48,909. My mental goal is to get to 50K here today. Let's type some 50K hype in the chat. Help me out there. Speak 50K into existence. Let's go. type 50K there in the chat for me, would you? All right, so let me pop out the chat here. Pop out chat. Alrighty then. Da-da-da-da-da. And let me get the chat on screen here because I have been gabbing away, but we want to see you guys chat. There we go. Hey, Ivan, 50K, let's go. Mr. Manicold says 143K, let's go. Stash, what's up? Good to see you back. Appreciate your kind note there this morning. Okay, did we get 100 ticks? Yep, there's the 100 tick line right there. So that was the 100 tick back that I kind of anticipated. Again, some of this is experience, folks. This isn't AlgoBox telling you that these are some, like, what did AlgoBox give me here? AlgoBox gave me the entry. Everybody understand that? Type of 1, if you get that, it gave me the entry. The target here, it also gave me that. The exit was, I call this hold to the opposing signal. HOTOS. What's HOTOS? Not HTTP, HTTOS. Hold to the opposing signal. All right, hold to the opposing signal, hold out there, exit. Oftentimes, if the bulls are in control, or bears, vice versa, when there's going to be a pivot turn scenario, oftentimes, like, they'll maybe, if they're in full control, they almost never allow it to go more than 100 ticks. It's just a thing. Okay? It's experience talking. I am here to share with you, as a mentor, my own professional and personal experience, along with the advantage of using our tool sets and how I use it to do both. That makes sense? All right. So bulls are not in control. Does everybody understand that? Because we went beyond the 100 tick mark. They were not able to hold it. You saw a little bounce, and then we have come through it, came back up, touched it again, and we have broken down probably another 100 ticks or so. Bulls are no longer in control. That is my definition. Does everybody understand that?
11 cents was your spot
Okay.
6%.
182 ticks now, down to that 8.5. So I will expect that bears are more in control. So I will look to see if they're able to hold, and they were on the dot. They held the dot. It pushed more than 20 ticks. So as of right now, my definition is, even though we are on multi-nerd here, 3 out of 4 of the nerds are to the long side, I am looking for the return. Why? Because high time frame, I have us in a bear area. We also have a giant bear that just also stepped in here. Okay, so now I want to see if they can maintain control. So to maintain control, now I am looking for entries. And if you're wondering, well, what kind of entries do we take? Check out your cheat sheet. Don't forget, you got your 3 chart layout. You have your 5 chart layouts when you're starting with us, and what you're seeing of mine is an entry chart. These are the cheat sheet entries that you will learn in the 8-day boot camp, along with how we put it all together across multiple time frames and all of that good stuff. All right. The Beria. Yes, that's right. In the bear area. The Beria. This Eddie's just too smart, y'all. Eddie is a very wise soul. Okay. King timing. Okay, if bears are going to maintain control, then this PRZ is currently yellow, right? This is the get ready. We expected it will go here, structure-wise. If it turns red, what I don't want to see is it to crack the top of that. If it cracks the top of that, bears do not maintain control. We have to concern ourselves with the narrative that they want to run. Is that, remember, if they close above the prior low, then they can say they closed positive on the day, right? So that could be a narrative they want to close. We are coming to the end of day, and that's what they like to do. So I'm also keeping that in mind. And what they can sometimes do is run it up, hold it right above the prior low, and then after the close, then they're like, okay, and now let it go. So we might, again, I kind of sometimes hang in there on very volatile, highly violent style days like today. and I will hold out to see what happens right after the close and see if I can jump on a horse, especially if I'm ahead in the count, right, where I can put on some risk after the close, because you know, if I'm well up on the day, then that'll be good. B Marsh, howdy howdy, great to see you, my friend. Welcome aboard. Okay, so let's see if we come back in here. If I start to hear sellers, I will jump on it. If we crack over the top, then bears do not have control. I'm hearing buyers. Are they going to crack the back of the PRZ? I'm going to toe in here. Listening for sellers if they're going to step. And stop out above this PRZ. Oh, okay. They're stepping through it. Okay. So bears are not in full control. Like, they should be able to easily hold on to a PRZ if they are. Oh, they did it by a tick. Okay. Okay, 2 try rule. Giving it one more shot here. I'm going to add a hard stop. I'm not going to try to get clever with it. If we pop up above that, then I'll stop out. Hard stop here. I don't want to have to manually do it, because sometimes they'll like explode it through an area like this, so I don't want to have to fart around with it. All right, here in seller step, we break that dot, break it. If we break that dot solidly, I can add to my position. Make it count. Seuss. Oh, here comes the spool. Hold the butterfly. HMD. Add to position. Come on. King timing. Something's about to go right now. Check the tape. Do we get jagged on the tape? Nope. We're inside the fiddle zone here, so this is a little bit unnerving. We're inside the fiddle zone, and we are green, but we do have a red arrow. So on our 2-step rules that you're reading over there on the left, oh no, I don't have it on the screen. So 2-step rule here. I've got one with me, one against me. See if I can grab a 40 bag. There's 20. 30. No, okay, it's gonna be a 20 bag. All right, so close to the 50K target. So close. 49,295. About $700 away from 50K. All right, now what I'm talking about is in the fiddle zone. Like, look, we really didn't get extended much here. Okay, we're floating, which means it can go anywhere. The rubber band is not fully extended. It's not, you know, there's not easy on a snapback. So paying attention there. Want to try to get just an easy. I'd love an easy base hit, right? I want a nice solid smack to knock it across the 50K mark, right? So this is a little bit dangerous there, you know. Yeah, and so I'm not surprised that we kind of come up there and touch. Remember how I said like the best way for that defense leg to occur is with AOs? There's a first AO we saw and a push up. What I want to see is a couple of red AOs. That's going to be the best to defend that. And remember, prior low is going to be a major level, high time frame, narrative, a lot of reasons. You know what I'm saying? Barian, the Barian. Yeah, what's all ICT up to these days? What's that? I mean, he's a big Berean scholar. How come I don't hear him, you know, preaching the word lately, especially in the times that we're going through right now? Is he talking? Is he doing his job? He's saying, you know, Berean school. He's supposed to be rightly dividing the word of God. What's he up to these days? Let's check X here. Go check our buddy ICT. Has he got me blocked?
Double delta.
Nope, not blocked. Cool. How to verify that you have my official Telegram. Oh man, I forgot about that. Remember when he used to be like, I will never be on Telegram. I will never say. Oh, okay, we got a double here. All right, well, this could be it. This could be my easy one. That's an 11.5. All right, I need, what do I need? About $800 bucks, or did I say 700? I think I need about $700 bucks, right? All right, hate to do this, but I'm gonna count numbers. I'm gonna set this on cash. I'm gonna see the cash. I'm not counting ticks anymore. Now I'm counting the money. I'm at the spot trying to count the money. Boom, 50K on the day. Get yourself. Base hits. Got me 10 feet off the ground, jumping over bullets. Alrighty then. Let's blow some of those beautiful graphics from Don James. Mr. Don James, the myth, the man, the legend, popping us the money guns. Dim money guns, though. Okay, so today is an outlier in the volatility area, right? We've got a lot of volatility. You know, you're not going to hit a 50K day every day. These are scenarios, again, very, I would say very. We've definitely had high volatility days recently, and not too surprising. We've got macroeconomic events going on. We've got wars. We got rumors of wars. We've got lava chutes popping out of Hawaii. We've got 500-foot lava explosions that have been running for 3 days at a time. We got fires in Africa. We got all these things that they're not even telling you on mainstream media, but you see them if you type in Google News. But don't snooze. The bots are up $765. We got two negative, one in positive. I'm gonna flatten all. I'm gonna flatten all here. 605 flattening. I'm gonna turn off full auto across the boards on the bots. And so bots are coming in at 605. Gold, holy shnikes. Gold is at 37.87 on the day for, I'm talking about the price of gold. Like this is the price of 1 ounce of gold. Does everybody know that? Like, that's crazy. 37.87. Wild. All right. Bots are shut. Now, high time frame. What do we got? We have a red dot structure. So bears maintaining control. When a dot by itself can push the move, it's just a structure. And by just a structure, it's a powerful structure. Remember that a Fibella dot is multi-fib, multi-Elliott wave area. Okay. So it's a good one. But for me, it doesn't have, I mean, it's not also a RTFA event, which is, what do I like? What's my two pillar entry system? I want structure and an RTFA event, which is what we combine. Things like, what is a headshot? Headshot is a Fibella dot plus a white cross. What is a white cross? That is a real-time order flow event identified on the chart. Algorithmic activity also detected. Oh no, I'm sorry. ICT does have me blocked. Hold on. I was like, oh, I can see his stuff. I can see his stuff. I don't know. X has changed their thing where, like, I can still see his stuff. I just can't reply. I can't retweet. I can't, you know. No, he's a soft. He's a softie. ICT has me blocked. Oh. Oh, that's cute. That's cute. All right. ICT has me blocked. You can view public posts, but you are blocked from engaging with them. What are you scared of, ICT? What are you scared of, Fatty? Fatty McFatter? What? I'm just calling out gluttony, bro. Don't get mad about it. Gluttony's a sin, bro. Mr. Berean. So weird. Yeah, he has an email address of Berean, Berean. Look up what that means. A student of the Bible. Let's see if he says anything about the Bible in any of this. Oh, can we hear his voice? Does he talk here?
This is my actual.
Oh, I love his retarded voice.
% free. I do not have another channel where you can come in and pay me for anything. It's verified by going into the description of the channel, by just typing on the title of the channel.
I've told y'all for years that I was never going to do this, and now I'm doing it. I know I told y'all years ago that I was going to disappear from social media and leave social media. He's the biggest grifter of all time. He like grifts nonstop when it behooves him to do so. You know, like look at me, look at me, look at me. Anyway, remember when you used to believe these markets were random? Good times indeed. Shut up, dude. Remember when you used to tell people that you coded the markets, retard? Lying scumbag. Anything about the Berean school? Anything about what's going on in the world? No, just all about him and his Precision Ink. Cute DX. No, nothing. So nothing from the Berean. No comments on the 23rd. The CK. None of it. About to embark on the long series. What is this? The 18th Precinct novel. Oh, he's reading fiction. Isn't that cute? So all these things going on around him, not sharing with his audience of people that the good Lord has brought to him, not doing anything with it. What book are you about to read or currently reading? Oh, man. Look, judge not that you be not judged. I'm not judging. I'm just looking at things. Just looking at things. Do you, bro. I just feel bad that you have this massive audience that you could reach. And it's sad. Okay. Cool. Let's move on. But yes, apparently he does have me blocked. Wow. Weak sauce, bro. Weak sauce. Okay, what's our time? 3:01. CT scam bag. It's a solve for PW. Yeah, I think Patrick Weiland, does he, you know what? I don't know if Patrick has me blocked anymore though. So on my, I don't think he's got me blocked. Well, I don't know. Same thing. Like I've been seeing his stuff. I don't think he has me blocked. I've actually been complimentary of him. Like, I mean, hey, look, at least, like, I feel like he's kind of like the, you know, the Lord's like, I would rather you be hot or cold for me, but the lukewarm, I want to vomit you from my mouth. Like, I mean, just according to what the good Lord above, the good Father above has said, like he kind of like, he actually respects Patrick more than he does ICT. Like his lukewarmness, that as much as he is staunchly opposed and doesn't believe and doesn't understand what he doesn't know. I mean, at least he's bold and straightforward and calls it out. Weiland Trades has blocked you, but no, Weiland doesn't have me blocked. I'm following him. Actually, I think I also should have known that because I reposted his, I retweeted him, I think last night. Epic morning at the BDH. Okay, so he brought back in D Money and Tara, is that her name? Tara, shoot, I feel bad. I don't remember Tara. She's not the one that was doing the crystals or whatever. The crystal girl got kicked off, wasn't allowed to come back, apparently was crying and something, like whoever that is, what's her name? Rant. These two not showing her face. Oh, come on. There we go. Trades by Arena. Apparently this is this whole thing, like trades by Matt, started the whole trades by Matt thing, and then Leech, day trading by Matt, Rocket Scooter, you know, Matt, and so get the SEO of Matt onto his Matt, M-A-T-T, I'm Matt, his real name is John. Like, it's so weird, but whatever. This industry, man. It's sad, really. It really is. Okay, but anyway, so she got kicked off. Apparently she was saying she needed to recharge her crystals in the moonlight the night before. Apparently it didn't work too well. But if anybody had ever told her, well, you're actually if crystals and gathering and recharging your crystals by the moon, I mean, the moon is literally negative light, as we talked about before. If you hold a temperature thermometer in moonlight, it's literally colder than the shadow right next to it. Like, it is literally a negative energy, and the sun is a positive energy, and they are anodes and cathodes in a giant saltwater battery that is all around you with infinite energy just up above you, which is why spires on cathedrals and things of this sort were called skyscrapers. They literally scrape the sky, pull the electricity out of it, and can be used as energy. Oh, no, you can't. There's no energy above us. And then you see a lightning bolt, and you're like, that's 30 majillion gigawatts of electricity. But no, not. What is this? Me mad at creator for giving me a massive brain and forcing me to buy an extra large helmet. What am I looking at? I'm afraid to press play. I'm going to do it. I'm braving it. I'm going to press play. He looks like a little Ewok. How tall is Patrick Weiland? Is he super short? He looks like a little Ewok. Is this an Ewok with a helmet on? Is he invert bow-legged? I mean, interesting. It's not his fault. You know, God made him how he is. I don't know. It's weird. He's an interesting character, I tell you. Fun times. But hey, I still respect him way more than ICT, and I love that he calls out ICT. Oh, y'all, did y'all see that Patrick Weiland has... so remember how... So I coined the phrase Muppet for the ICT Muppets, and apparently it has spread far and wide, and he used it as a common colloquialism recently. And I think I retweeted that one on him. Let's see if I can get the... how do I go to my... Could I go to home profile? Here we go. So I had... Muppet, here we go. Well, trades by Rena broke down in tears at the BDH, trading like a effing retard, then goes on Twitter to talk stuff. Goodbye, Rena. Enjoy your hotel paid for. Somewhere on here he says Muppet. Oh, classic ICT Muppet. Oh, look. My word has gone mainstream when the biggest, the largest, the biggest in the trading industry area for eyeballs is using my word. It's beautiful. If anybody doesn't know the history of that, like that was my... I don't know if I should be proud of it. I'm not, but I needed a lesser word for... I genuinely feel bad for the people who are in it, but you know, puppet, Muppets, nah. Anyway. Don't trade, you're blocked. Next Sterling. Is he tall? So Patrick's tall. I don't know, maybe he's big and tall. It looked like his proportions were a little stumpy. Who knows? Maybe one day he will he'll invite Vinny versus ICT on one of his BDHs, and I can take a fun trip to Florida and sit down with ICT across the table and like make ICT trade in front of everyone. Let's see what he can do. That'd be fun. The final showdown, the truth revealed. Dude, give him multiple days. Spend a whole week, bro. Like, I don't think he could beat me even in a single day. Not even a single day. Pretty sure. But maybe he does. But in a week, nah, bro, I would smoke him. I did say, y'all know the ICT strategy. Let me see. I think I reposted that one. Let's see if I can find the ICT strategy, which is, if you've been following ICT or any of his Muppets for a while, here's the classic ICT trader. And this is not me who wrote this. This to give displacement trades. Shout out to displacement trades. Maybe give displacement trades a follow. As an ICT trader, we don't trade Mondays. We wait for Monday range to form. Then we skip Tuesdays as we wait for the break of Monday range, high or low. Ooh. Wednesdays, a red news event day, so no trade. Thursday, waiting for confirmation after news event, no trade. Friday, too close to the weekend, no trade. Saturday, we review the week. Sunday, we plan for the next week. Yeah, it's like all their statements are always like, why they're not trading today. Why you just got to, it's because I'm being patient. Like, no trades, you make no money. Oh, I'm being patient. I have all these reasons why I shouldn't trade. Yes, ICT conveniently gives you every reason in the world not to trade. And that's it's so funny. Let's see.
J hook short NQ on the 4.
Weird. But yeah, so I think she was saying she was going to charge her crystals in the moonlight, got it in the middle of the night, but she said she couldn't find the moon. It's like, oh, interesting. But then she did, and it appeared through the clouds or something, and then she's like, okay, I'll charge him, but it was like it was a moon sliver. It's like, well, yeah, it's a new moon. You don't know about the new moon? Oh my goodness. ICT will show up with the fries you ordered. Yeah, drive up in Uber, not being delivered by Uber, but driving Uber. Yeah. Does he do Uber in Florida? He got his Bachelor of Science, the BS degree in BS. Yeah, well, he does admit he didn't go to college. Or did he say he dropped out? He said I took a few computer science courses. That's how I was able to code the whole market. Okay, where's the proof of that?
Fib.NQ on the 4.
The guy can barely figure out how to use a computer. All right, what's our time? 3:11. It's a good band from the 90s. What band wasn't good in the 90s? Just saying. I know good is relative. I'm just saying enjoyable, awesome music. And I know it probably wasn't tuned to 444 hertz. Probably messed with my brain.
touch NQ on the 35.
Mega late Nate on the 5s for 58 ticks. Nice, Brian. Let's see, here on the 4s. Yeah, so 5s are important right now on this time frame. 12.6, 11, 5, 12, 6. Okay, now so what I look at is higher time frame. We're still in bear here, and also in the MACV chart, 9s, same thing in that area. Defense leg, right? It becomes a defense leg. There's one cross. Second one is even better, but we do have a 5-4 in there. 5s have been reversals. They were reversal earlier today. Remember the 5 that called the high? So 5-4. Looking for plays.
Lower bands touch NQ on the 35.
Fed's Cook files response at US Supreme Court to Trump's bid to fire her.
Lower bands touch NQ on the 35.
Let's see here. Christopher Week with you and the crew, and just learn from you guys in person, getting critiques in real time. I developed a bad habit of holding and letting them stack up like a ladder by adding to positions, and it's clearly going in the opposite direction, but I'll get there even because so on these scenarios, identifying that day. Let's talk about those types of days. Those it's not you. I mean, the market goes into these scenarios. Like this is like if this is happening to you right now and recently on the 89 range, you don't usually see this wide of moves. Okay, on the 89, like what we're seeing here, this looks like, this looks like a lower time frame chart, right? This looks like a 4 range, okay, or an 8 range, like. But remember how I don't know if y'all remember, like you got to get into the this isn't in the 8-day boot camp. This is in the deep stuff where I'm in there showing you, I kind of do this trick where I cut this top off here, and without knowing what the range is, I just show you the bars and I block this off so you can't read the numbers here. And I go, just looking at the chart. And this is pros and non-pros alike. Take off the time frame, take off other information, just looking at the bars, and then asking you, what's the bar size? And I kind of prove the point. Oh, I'm cheating, as it's right there too. Okay. Basically, if you take off all because you can't see the value either. Basically, without other additional information around the chart, you can't tell the difference between an 89 bar, a 13 bar, a 24 range. You know what I'm saying? Like the range bars, you can't tell what range it is if you take off the information around, right? You're like, well, yeah, I can because the narrow ranges are narrower on the 89. Well, it depends until you find days like these, right? We can go back and find days where, I mean, this looks like a 13 range, a 24 range. Dude, to think about how these are 89 ticks a piece is pretty wild. This is why I'm saying that the volatility has picked up immensely right now. Like, this is not normal. And when this is blowing into not normal territories, you will have outlier days in the same as me. Like, look at my, if you're looking kind of at my current stats and P&Ls, if you're just following along, like looking across on my YouTube channels, it's rare to see, you know, back-to-back red days, especially not back-to-back big red days. But here we are looking across here, and you're going, okay, red, green, red, red, red morning. Yes, this afternoon will be green, but like to see this much, if in by, okay, let's do this. Let's go to the live area. So going into our live section areas, like you're normally like, I mean, it's green, 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 green. When the markets are normal, okay, there's a red, so you kind of have, okay, little closer red. So something was going on in the market here. Okay. But then lots of green back behind it, green in front, green, 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 green. You know, like I said, 1-2 days of red on occasion. But the fact that even right now we're at like, dude, we're seeing like multi-level, like 3 days in a row, like something's up, 3, and then one in between, and then another red here. Like something is up in the markets, right? Then, and simultaneously, yes, it's weird. Like, what are the odds? I hate to say that because it's like the market has no idea what's going on in my own personal life unless it's more spiritual. And the Lord's like, okay, let's give him a full test on testing him in many areas, and I got a whole philosophy around that. But it's more correlation, not causation. Hopefully you understand the difference. But yeah, when the market is doing that, so a couple things that can kind of tell you when that is occurring is, well, you can see things on the tape, and we see some things on the tape. And remember a few things, like when it's slow, it's going to go. When in a grind, do not rewind. Slow favors the bulls, fast favors the bears, and that's it. Write that down, see it. But then you're gonna have to go play those days, and that's a hard thing. It's like putting in the work. That is hard. That and you guys see me and you think like what you see of me in this version of me today, after, you know, almost 2 decades of time in the markets, day in, day out, and you're like, okay, this must be what it's like all the time. I have put in a vast amount of time, like literally morning, noon, night, all-nighters, studying, working on markets, a lot of coding, testing, market replay, run back test, forward test, optimize, walk forward test, Monte Carlo test, which all of these take individual times. Running multiple versions of NinjaTrader across multiple servers so that I could literally do multiple tests at the same time. Not a lot of people are willing to go through that level of testing, running to know, and what the knowledge that I have. It would be very difficult for someone to acquire the amount of time and knowledge that I have, because even if you have equal time, like, well, this other guy's been in the market at the same time as you. Yeah, but I'm talking about like I'm doing 3 and 4 of them at a time, running at high speeds, running market replay. Again, having the advantage of NinjaTrader, which has BOW-M in it. Most of the trading platforms don't even have BOW-M in it. What is BOW-M? Can somebody tell me in the chat? What's BOW-M? What am I saying? Pop quiz. Because I don't want to just keep droning on, like putting y'all to sleep. Like you're sitting in the Vinny pew over here. Let me have some little interaction. What is BOW-M? Making multiple calls here.
Lower bands touch NQ on the 35. double delta NQ on the 4. Lower bands touch NQ on the 35.
Hold on a second. Need to send a number over to my PI. All right, give me just a moment.
Lower bands touch NQ on the 35. Lower bands touch NQ on the 35.
Alrighty then.
Low Impact News Event FOMC member daily speaks.
What's our time? We got 4 minutes till the middle of the hour, bottom of the hour. Yes, Bow M, backtest, optimize, walk forward, and Monte Carlo simulations. Can y'all name me another platform that has that? Why don't y'all do a quick search for me, see who can find one, because I will say, to my knowledge, there is not another platform available to retail traders that has Bow M. So kudos to NinjaTrader. Again, once again, if you're like, well, why do you choose NinjaTrader? Why don't you put your stuff on TradingView, Vinny? There's a lot of reasons. Like, why do you ask stupid questions? Huh? Like, who are you to qualify to question me about why wouldn't I do it on TradingView? If you really want to know, there's actually technical reasons why you don't do it on TradingView. TradingView couldn't handle AlgoBox if they wanted to. Huh? Yeah, they could. I've seen a lot of indicators on there. It's a bit complicated. How many indicators are running at my system right now? Oh, I don't know. Yeah, exactly. See, the thing is have knowledge before you speak. Like, yeah, let's start with the basics, like division, subtraction, multiplication, some basic stuff. You want to go to calculus, like let's make sure you understand a few things. How much does it cost to have, like how many indicators can you have on the base package of TradingView? Because see, what you want is, you want the TradingView, what you want is, Vinny, why don't you build it on the TradingView free platform, right? How many indicators do you get on the free TradingView? Let's see. On a free TradingView account, you can only use 2 indicators at a time per chart. So you see why I'm saying, why are you so stupid to ask such a stupid question? It is a stupid, retarded question. You think I'm going to create AlgoBox on something that on the free version you can only run 2 indicators? Why don't you go ask TradingView why they only can run 2? Because then you'd start to understand. It's like, well, it's because we don't want to overtax our servers and all the processing that it requires, and we'd have to serve that out to literally hundreds of thousands of tens of thousands of, you know, hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of customers at the same time, and our servers would be overwhelmed if you had more, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. So we make people pay to go to different servers that are more powerful, and then they have to be customized. And so if we get people to pay, then there won't be as many people because we centralize the processing. And so yes, Vinny's AlgoBox would completely crash our servers. Therein lies your answer, Muppet. Well, why don't you buy a TradingView? I'm asking a real smart question. It's the most popular trading platform. It's most popular because it's free. You know how valuable free is? It's not. Thank you, freetard. Next. I don't like the way you answer, Vinny. You're so mean. Bro, you won't remember it if I say it nicely. I have proven this over and over again. Nobody remembers if I say it nicely. In fact, if I'm nice about what I'm saying to begin with, you're not even going to pay attention. But now you're going to remember. Be like, yeah, I remember when Vinny barked like a dog or sounded like a dying seal. Like a walrus flopping around on the beach, imitating ICT while he told us why TradingView sucks ballsack. I'm obviously talking about basketballs, baseballs, footballs that you carry around over your shoulder. You know, it's hard to carry your balls sometimes when they're so heavy. You gotta put the team on your back sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Why are y'all laughing? Let's see.
Double Delta
Won't be reviewing my TradingView Premium. Will likely scale back my Traders Post and TradeStation accounts as well. I'm fully ported on NinjaTrader now. Plus, I like it more now. Oh, Kit, you came from, so you can attest to it, right? You know TradingView Premium. Why don't you tell everybody why you paid for Premium? All right, so what about Trading Premium? All right, so TradingView Premium, let's see. Options for more indicators. Upgrade to a paid plan. To access plans that allow for more indicators per chart. Use a different platform like Derivation, TradingView, or NinjaTrader. Yeah, use an alternative trading platform. Then they're like, ooh, you can do 10 indicators at a time. Ooh, 10? Ooh, guys and girls, I can have 10 indicators at a time on Premium. How much is it? Premium, there's multiple premium packs, right? For TradingView. Is it $200 a month? Yeah, okay. So, which TradingView, Muppet? Oh, I didn't know there was one. I thought they were all free, man. I'd use it for free. You know, put my levels on it, you know, draw them by hand and stuff. You know, why don't you do it? Okay, do you want to pay $200 a month just for TradingView, like without the indicators? So you're going to pay for that, and you're going to pay for AlgoBox? No, bro. See, I kind of know what's up. Like, well, you could have just said that, Vinny. Bro, I don't have to answer your questions. Why are you asking me? Like, just go. How do I use it? Go. Done. Until you can beat me, bro. Why don't you just Gayete? Sit in the corner. Sit in the corner. Be a good boy. Sit down and learn. Stop asking me questions that don't apply.
Pip.NQ on the 4.
But I want to be right sometime. I want to prove you wrong sometime. Is that going to make you feel better if I was wrong? Why don't I just purposefully say something wrong to you? And then you can get about it. Okay, listen. Listen, I'll tell you something. I will give you a piece of wrong information so you can come and you can be right. Okay, look. Are you ready? Are you ready? I am going to say something wrong for you so that you can now finally be right. Everybody who's always wanted to beat me at something, okay, you wanted to be right about something where I was wrong about it. Here you go. Here's your time. Are you ready? Let me zoom in here. Are y'all ready? All right, here you go. I'm going to hand you one. We live on a globe, a spinning sphere that's spinning and hurtling through space randomly at literally 666,000 miles per hour. We're floating through space on a space ball, and also chasing the sun while the sun is moving another 1.7 million miles per hour. And So there you go. I am handing you a piece of information where you can now come at me and tell me that I was wrong about it. And you could come and tell me that actually, Vinny, we live in a dome as rainbows and clouds prove, and there's an icy dome above, which is what creates clouds, and there's infinite electricity above us, etc., etc., etc. And you can finally be right about something in your life when you're opposed to Vinny, because Vinny just said you live on a globe spinning through outer space in vacuum with a pressurized system of Earth right next to it without a seal. There you go, retard. Enjoy that. True. There is no indicator that compares to AlgoBox, and even AlgoBox can't do it all in one signal. The closest thing to getting a really great entry on a single signal that has a bunch of stuff in it is, as of right now, the Enigma. There could be, hint, hint, nudge, nudge, there could be some enhancements coming to Enigma, potentially on the next release, or maybe a post-Christmas release. It just depends. I don't know. I got a lot of things going on. People and situations away. I wanted to be able to automate it with Traders Post. I'm not even familiar with what that is. Traders Post. What is that? I'm not even familiar with what that is. Is there something called Traders Post? Anybody else familiar with that? Let's see. So if I just type in Traders Post, is that a thing? I mean, the closest thing to something where you could try to automate something like that would be shark indicators. Anybody looked into shark indicators? So shark indicators is designed to have a little GUI where you can like drag and drop things together and be like, I want this plus this plus this, and take an entry. Yeah, you do that kind of stuff in shark indicators. I'm not familiar with Traders Post. Let me see what is this. Traders Post, automated trading platform. Pricing. TraderBot enables automated trading for bots, stocks, crypto options, and integrating seamlessly with strategies from TradingView and TrendSpider. Yeah, see, I mean, TradingView and TrendSpider. Oh my word! Wah, wah, wah. Oh, and then to do it, hey man, like, dude, y'all, our pricing is crazy. Like the fact that y'all can get our system at the price that you can get it at, like just to do the thing, they're like $254 a month. Y'all are crazy. I mean, anyway, y'all. Anyway, we are way underpriced for the value we bring, and I want people to succeed with it. Genuinely want you to succeed. I want you to have financial blessings. I want you to be financially free of having to kowtow to someone because you're afraid of losing your job, and so you have to speak a lie or believe a lie or put on a mask or take a jab or not have a paycheck for your family. Okay. Oh, we're getting too deep again for people, probably. I think I've shared this a couple times, but I'll just bring it up because we're getting deep anyhow. But Jesus couldn't do his mission on his own. Ooh, deep statement. Yes, he could. Jesus could do anything. Okay, I'll challenge you to that. So, for Jesus to get out the message, he needed 12 disciples. Could Jesus have done it without fasting? Don't think so. Why did he have to fast for 40 days before he began his ministry? Because you have to kill the flesh so that your spirit is strong. What? Oh man, we're getting deep now. Oh, what? If you have not fasted 40 days, like, you really shouldn't be talking to me. What? You don't know what happens to you when you fast for 40 days and you literally, your spirit is the only thing left because you have diminished the flesh completely. What? Well, that's what Jesus did. That's what a lot of people in the scriptures did, and you'll notice that over and over again. But you're like, well, I don't need to do that because I live in America where I can eat 3 meals a day, and fasting is an old thing. I'll pop my pills. I gotta eat to take my pills, Vinny. Oh, the irony. Well, my pills right here say I gotta take it with a meal. It's well, isn't that cute? Isn't that fun? You don't really want to know the truth because that would hurt your brain too. But for that, you'd have to fast for 3 days to know the answer to that too. Most people, when was the last time anybody fasted for 3 days? Well, I fasted from social media for 5 days. Wow. Man, those are my favorite retards. Like retards on retards. Like you can't get any more retarded than, well, I fasted my computer access. I fasted from my phone for 3 days. I fasted from social media for 3 days. I fasted for, well, not necessarily all my social media. I mean, I needed to get my TikTok, but you know, I fasted Twitter for 3 days. But not X. I mean, I had to keep X, you know, but I fasted Twitter for 3 days, you know. It doesn't count, right? Because I didn't get on Twitter. But I did get on X, but, you know, I didn't get on Twitter, so, you know. I mean, I gave up a lot. And it's, you know, it's spiritual, Vinny. It's not physical. Wow, you guys make up your own religion, bro. Y'all make up your own stuff.
The European Commission plans to impose tariffs of 25 to 50% Chinese steel and related products in the coming weeks.
Love to hear it, Kit. Thanks, buddy.
Reporting, citing senior officials in Brussels.
It's a way to automate all your bots. Automate your bots, yeah, but it's still limited to the what you call it. It's limited to the platform, right? What did I want to show you guys? Oh, this was interesting. I don't want to say interesting. This is a cool. You know, we are getting something like some people are always like, well, Vinny, won't you like interview people who succeeded? And I'm like, well, there's a lot of places out there that do that, and that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to have success either. However, you know, okay, y'all want to hear a few things. We have some pretty awesome testimonials. So here's Brett from Texas. Says, Vinny, I want to extend my deepest gratitude for how you and your team have profoundly blessed my life. The decades of work you've poured into AlgoBox have the power to truly change a person's life, especially for those willing to learn and confront the psychological hurdles every trader faces. New paragraph said, because of what you've created, I can now trade for just 15 minutes and earn more than I used to in an entire month at my job. Thank you, my friend. May the Lord continue to pour blessings into your life that cannot be contained. That was so nice. For such time as this, friend, I really appreciate it. And then later on, he said something else about you didn't miss, just got derailed. Teaching daughter how to trade, which is honestly the most incredible feeling, watching her learn, pure awe, he says. And I didn't see that coming. I was like, oh, he's, you know, teaching his daughter how to trade. That's pretty cool. We do have many of those. If you guys would like us to share those, tell me down in the comments below. Do you guys want to see a video of me sharing with you guys some of the stuff? And this was actually sent to me in direct message. I did later ask him. I said, thank you for that note of encouragement today. It means a lot. Blessing you and your family. Hey, by the way, this is a really amazing testimony, and I appreciate you sharing it with me privately, but I wonder if it would be too much for me to ask you to make this type of testimony public, perhaps in the public chat or in the testimonial section of our Discord. Of course, I'm happy to post it. I'll do that today. Where do you think I should put the max impact? I might put in a little miserably frustrated and failed. You see, well, I used to be miserably frustrated and failed trader, and how you guys have changed my life. I was like, oh, awesome. You put it in the public chat and also in the results post would be great. Thank you so much. But then I followed up. I was like, hey, did I miss it? Maybe I didn't. And then he's like, oh, sorry. No, I need to go do that. So I do believe he also posted that in the public chat areas as well. You know, if you guys want to hear more stories like that, if that helps to be inspired, I call it the Roger Bannister effect. We go over that in literally video number 1, not of boot camp, but once you get past boot camp, you do decide to purchase any one of our packs, you'll get access to the full deep dive training, the 40-day program of training. And video number 1 is called Risk. And that's the first thing I think that you need to think of when you're coming into trading is understanding risk, knowing what you're getting into, also knowing the risk, like coming in with a healthy fear of the markets and what could happen. And we talk about that and really how to think risk-minded first. Okay, we got jagged on the tape here. We got a 3-tooth jagged on a hill. We got green arrow coming in. These are opposed. We have green and red. So watch for the head fake. First thing I'm going to assume is a head fake first. But remember, if you find yourself off sides and we have a jagged on the tape, do not try to get clever in those scenarios, okay? Play the direction. Do not get off sides. I fasted from trading over the weekend. Yeah. I fasted and I didn't trade for 3 days, man. That was my kind of fast right there. Fasting has spiritual and medicinal effects.
Daily says new college grads are having a hard time getting hired. That is something that we need to keep our eye on. Daily adds that we're also watching low job finding ratings, the length and time it takes to find a job as leading indicators on labor market. Those are yellow flags for the job market.
Has anybody ever studied how the human body generates its own electricity? Like everybody knows, I mean, nobody's really surprised by like knowing that your body's an electrical system, right? So what's the battery? Where do you get the power from? Like where does the electricity come from? Anybody know? It's so true, Manigold. It's so true. Eddie's too smart for all of you. Yep. The heart. The heart's a pump. If you only knew.
NQ on the 4.
Talk to anybody who ever actually has to use pumps in real life. The heart is a vortex creator, spinning particles around that rub past each other to create electricity.
Daily says that the Fed is integrating AI for back office purposes.
The vortex creator.
Close to building it in yet.
Recharges the blood cells themselves, which need positive and negative. All for entertainment purposes only, folks. Don't believe anything I say. I'm just here to entertain. Okay, 3:48. We have 1 minute 30 seconds till the 3:50 algo. The Wild Child news release. Guess it's not news, but market on close imbalance numbers start to come out. If we want to go the big numbers, basically look out below or above. It's going to get crazy here. We have jagged on the tape, so it's already warmed up. Jagged on the tape. Big plays coming. Big play incoming. It is 1 minute 10 seconds for them to give the numbers and the reason and excuse to get going.
1 minute to go down to read the market on close imbalance data.
In a saltwater battery, in a saltwater battery, does more salt equate to more charge? It's a trick question. I'm just answer it because we're about to come up. Here we go. 10 seconds. Here it comes.
NQ on the board.
Big play.
NQ on the board.
500 sell side 145 million, Nasdaq 100 buy side 59 million, Dow 30 buy side 12.4 million, Max 7.
Now, mentally, you know, I want to keep my 50K, right? So I'm going to be very stingy with taking a trade here. End of day, only 10 minutes left. Don't want to get locked out of a play. Don't want to give up my 50K. So you're going to have to pardon me if I don't take any trades here. But I will impart to you some information. First of all, some of you might not even know, never even heard of a saltwater battery. But you know there's multiple types of batteries, right? You know nickel cadmium, that used to be very popular. Now, what's the most popular battery now, right? Lithium. Right, and you always hear lithium ion, right? Ions. You start to study ions the deeper you get, you start to really understand things. So things that have to transfer electrons, etc. Well, saltwater batteries. You know that the oceans are made of salt water, right? And they are spinning around and slushing around. You know that, right? And if you had some electrodes, positive and negative, you could probably get some electricity out of that. Sounds like a big saltwater battery to me. But hey, hypothetically speaking, of course, I couldn't be possibly telling you anything specific. It's clearly entertainment purposes only. I wouldn't even say entertainment and educational. No. This is just entertainment purposes only. Wink, wink. And on the nudge. However, while more salt doesn't mean more charge, meaning you're not increasing the voltage level of it. However, let's read this right here. I know more salt does not directly mean more charge capacity in salt water. Instead, increasing salt concentration increases the solution's conductivity, which allows for a greater flow of ions and in turn potentially higher current and voltage output. The battery's overall charge capacity is determined by the amount of active electrode material, not just the salt and the electrolyte. Now, this might be all over your head or whatever. You guys want to go learn about what this is, I'm going to go ahead and pull an image here for you guys. I'll post it in the Discord. But then I just want you, you know what? I don't want you to do anything. Just saying what I do. I'm going to think about, well, how does that apply if the body needs electricity and the human body is electricity? So I have to ask myself, is more salt better for my saltwater battery, or is less salt better for my saltwater battery? And then ask yourself what the doctor told you about salt and cholesterol and every other thing that they have lied to you about. lied to you about. Sorry, I was choking right there on my stuff. Oh, sorry. What they have so gladfully and gleefully told you how to help yourself.
AlgoBoxers, light it up. Smash the like button. Clickety clap, tappity tap, smash that like, don't hold it back. Bippity bop, flippity flap, hit the like button.
Electromagnetic field generated by the heart can be measured on average up to 3 or 4 feet from the body. Yeah.
Just one shot, hit the like button, make it button.
Okay, Missile, you're saying something there. Like, reread what you wrote there, bro. You just wrote two things in conflict with one another. So maybe rewrite what you wrote. I'm sure you probably meant something else, or I don't know. Or maybe double check what you wrote there, bro. Let's see. My question is why don't you ask this? Why is the majority of all salt iodized? Why do they do that?
Upper bands touch NQ on the 35. Upper bands touch NQ on the 35.
Why do they put all of your salt? Why is all of your salt iodized by default? Why is that? I'm sure you think it's great. Here we go. Let's read what Google tells us. People combine iodine with table salt to reduce iodine deficiency. Oh, iodine deficiency. Hey, how many of you guys have fluoride deficiency? Raise your hand. How many you guys got fluoride deficiency too? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You need some fluoride, bro. You need some fluoride for your teeth. Drink it. Like, why would I? To go to my teeth? My teeth are here. My body is here. Why would I drink? Y'all fall for the stupidest shit. Like, I don't know. Like, y'all really do. Like, come on. We all do. At some point. Everybody's been there. But at some point, you got to wake up. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. All right? People combine iodine with table salt to reduce iodine deficiency. There may be other health benefits using iodized salt in your diet as well. Boosts thyroid function. How many people have seen all the people with thyroid problems, right? How many, everybody knows somebody with a thyroid problem, right? I do. Like, I know inside of my own family, people with, oh, all right, it's a thyroid problem. Have you been having a lot of iodized salt in your diet? Oh, no, trust us. Just trust me, bro. The food pyramid's totally legit, y'all. Okay. 3 meals a day, man. Keep shoving that stuff down your face. Lots of iodized salt. Yeah, absolutely. Boosts thyroid function. Boosts, huh? Boosts. You mean destroys? You mean blows up, explodes? Oh, okay. The thyroid gland relies on iodine to increase the production of thyroid hormones like thyroidoxine. Oh, yeah, okay, bro. Anyways, folks, anything in excess is bad. Anything with a control, well done, is good. This is all for entertainment purposes only. I'll catch you guys in the morning. I'll be here on time. Will you? See ya!